Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of my channel. My name is Yangji, and today I will be talking to you about the best places to drive for Uber or a rideshare app in general. Okay, so if you have seen my other videos or if you like this video, please remember to check out my other videos in the channel. And I have very similar videos just like this, teaching people how to drive more efficiently so they can maximize their earnings with little time as possible, okay? And I have also left my referral link for Uber in the video description below. So if you guys are thinking about driving for Uber, use my link below and you guys will receive a guarantee of certain amount of earnings per trip. Okay, so take a look at the video description below. And okay, so before we get started, like I said, we are going to talk about the best places to drive. And I have driven in the LA market for more than 2 years now, mostly full-time and then sometimes part-time, depending on if my business is going slow or not. But regardless, it's a very good, it's just very good for flexibility. Just whenever you're not doing anything, you can just go ahead and go out and drive. So that's what I still enjoy about driving for Uber, even part-time. Okay, so now let's talk about the best places to drive. Okay, so I drove in the Los Angeles market, okay, which is a huge market because it's a sprawl, and not only just a small sprawl, but there's quite a bit of city centers around LA that you can almost always be guaranteed to pick up decent trips at decent distances because everything is, just really, there's a decent distance between everything in LA. So it was, it's just great for that purpose, for driving, okay? So the best place to drive, in my opinion, would be to actually consider the city centers around LA. So, as you know, LA is a sprawl. So there's going to be city centers like Burbank, Glendale, Pasadena, downtown, El Segundo, just to name a few, okay? Santa Monica. So all these city centers, they're going to be packed with, just people requesting rides, going from one city center to the next, okay? So you can always depend on these locations to get decent rides, okay? Now, I drove in Pasadena most of the time because that's where I lived, and it was just a great place to start too because there's just a bunch of corporate companies there and people are just taking Ubers from Pasadena mostly to the airport or even to the next city center, okay? So, in that sense, I was really not in a shortage of getting decent rides. And you also gotta know if, my favorite thing to do was always to drive from Pasadena, which is one of the city centers in LA, to the airport just because I know I will get a returning trip from the airport, okay? So you want to consider that too. You want to be able to take your trip, go somewhere else, and make sure that somewhere else that you're ending up at is going to give you a returning trip with very little waiting time, okay? So in that sense, it was not a problem for me driving from Pasadena to the airport every day and have a returning trip and just not have an empty fare for, the trip back. So you got to consider that. So in that sense, Pasadena was, my favorite place to drive. I mean, you can also do the same from Glendale, Burbank, going down to the airport. That's still a very good distance, okay? And just make sure your first destination will connect you with the next passenger. That's the most important thing, okay? So that is the short and, very, that's just a short advice for finding your best place to drive. having a decent distance and, just picking up a returning passenger with very little time after your first destination, okay? So this concludes my short video. Thank you very much for watching. If you guys do enjoy this video, please check out my other videos in my channel and subscribe. And if you guys do decide, and if you guys do plan to drive for Uber, please use my referral link below, and I will earn a bonus as well as in addition to the guarantee that you're getting from Uber. Okay, so thank you, and see you next time.